Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. On a crackhead update. I went out one of the exit doors. I was just standing outside. I go out there a lot of time. Majority of the time I'll be out there by myself. Sometimes it'll be someone at the bus stop. And this young chick walked by. She looked at me and she said, "I'm tired of these old men trying to be young." She didn't like it because I was dressed good and got jewelry and shit on. And I just wasn't in no mood for no bullshit. So I had to curse her funk ass out. I said, that's why your broke ass walking in this hot sun. She was coming from the train station. That's why you broke ass walking in this hot sun. You live over there in the projects, you broke ass fucking bitch. I had to go off on her. I was real close to kicking the shit out of her funk ass. Don't hate on me. Don't hate the game. Hate the players. I ain't the cause of you being in that predicament. Probably pissed off because her little funk ass boyfriend, that little bastard probably ain't got a car, got shit. That's why she was walking. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Let's get your shanks out and let's get ready to ride. Yeah, I was just sitting on the patio and the guy here that's a retired colonel, Air Force colonel, he's heading to Brazil. He owned a home in Brazil and he owned a ranch in Louisiana. So he came over and chat with me. Man, that is a good guy. Now, he started out poor with nothing. That's why he joined the military. He said he was in the ROTC in high school, so he went on to basic training. He went to officer school, then he went to flight school. He flew F-4 Phantoms in Vietnam. He was telling me, man, I can teach you how to fly a F-16. I was saying to myself, bullshit, I ain't gonna even get in the fucking F-16. Man, this guy, all he do is travel. They show you everybody ain't got to do crime. This man is rich as hell off of working. He invested his fucking money. Now he's gonna age gracefully and enjoy his life. Anyway, you're a basic reflection of the people you hang around with. I've said this in another previous video. I met this rich guy here in Dallas. He owned a lot of car dealerships. And I was just looking at Forbes 400 richest Americans. Now this guy's worth over $400 million. Same way with him. He started out poor. Just had a hell of an idea while he was in college. But he married his college sweetheart. She divorced him. And he said, man, I gave her most 3 profitable car dealerships. He said, less than 3 years, she was in bankruptcy. He always would tell me, hey, man, whatever you do, never, ever marry no woman. Don't do it. You don't need, marriage don't serve no purpose. And he tell me how he deal with women. He said, I see a pretty chick, I just give her a job. She ain't never got to come to work. That way I get my money back from the government. She's a tax write-off for me. So she really ain't screwing me. I can keep this going on forever. It don't cost me nothing. The government give it back to me every tax season. It's kind of, most guys are pretty basic. Most of them chase beaver, have no hustle game or discipline. It's very difficult to build any type of beneficial network. You got a network. I notice all wealthy people, they damn near hang out with wealthy people. They don't hang out with no poor people. You're not compatible. You talking about your fucking light bill. He talking about buying stock in the electric company. 2 different perspectives on life. We got to stop feeding the industrial prison complex. And the only way I can see, I don't want to go into too much detail due to time restraints on this video. There shouldn't be no poverty in America unless it's by choice. Crime is fueled by poverty. The average person is what makes the other people wealthy. The average person in America, which is about 75% of the population, are the one purchasing all the goods and services from the rich corporation, whether it's merchandise or services. Take Walmart, for example, and the giant power grid companies. You gotta have electricity, you gotta have water. During the Afghan occupation, America was spending over $200 million per day. Spending that same amount on the infrastructure of America, providing fully funded and affordable housing for everyone. At least get everybody off the streets. America, the average woman or single mother in America, if it wouldn't be for the social network in America, she would be homeless. The Salvation Army family centers would be ran over. All those chicks would be homeless. Because the majority of them some lazy fuckers. You can go over in a HUD housing area, you see so many young chicks just standing around thinking they cute. None of them got a fucking job. They just live off the government. They too afraid if your income increase, your rent increase. So they don't want that. Some of them chicks are just paying $25 per month to live in a 3-bedroom apartment. They ain't doing it. Without the social network of American government, they wouldn't have jack shit. They would be on the streets. Just like all these homeless ass men out here, these women would be on the streets the same damn way. The average person in America, which is 75% of the population, but 1% of the people in America control all the wealth in America. Something is definitely wrong with the dispersion of wealth. I'm not saying we should have a socialist system where every man have the same thing, but something is definitely wrong with that picture. 1% of 320 million people, they control all the wealth in America. And poverty fuels crime. I talked to a lot of inmates in prison. A lot of those guys, there ain't no reason to fake and shake it now. It's a wrap. You in the big house. And a lot of dudes got time to ponder over shit that happened in their life where things could have went better. I would do the same thing myself. If I would have did this, how would my life turn out? Would it turn out better than this? And some of those guys will tell you their background. Come from abject poverty. And all he raised, me and my old lady a few minutes ago, I just drove back up and parked. We took a cruise through South Dallas. It's around 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not that many people out. Man, it's pathetic. If you raise in an environment like that, you're going to see fights. You're going to see people get shot. You're going to see people get stabbed. You're going to see drug dealers. You're going to see pros everywhere. Everywhere you look around, it's a pro. She's trying to solicit you for something. You raised in this environment, you don't see nothing positive coming out of this shit. And then you think this young man or young lady is going to turn out good. It's some people escape the matrix. Not that many. Ain't but a few people. A lot of people play sports. Very small percentage gonna make it to a professional league. No matter how good you can play football, it's another guy can play a little bit better. Everybody's not gonna be successful. You need something positive to look at in your life. A young kid, that's what shapes your mind. Your thought process is based on things you've seen in your life and the knowledge you done obtained. So if you ain't obtained shit, how the hell you think this person gonna be productive if all he raised around is crime? You see this guy driving a Lexus, and you know how he got that Lexus. He ain't got no damn job. He was so-called hustling. So you want to try the same thing. Especially you see some of the successful hustlers who got a nice home, which they slim and free, but it is some. I know some guys who made hell of a money off of crime and didn't get caught up, but only a few are able to slip through the cracks. Majority of it, you got damn near got a 5% chance of being a successful crook, 95% failure rate. With those type of odds, you're gonna lose. It's gonna be a lot of losers, very few winners. The only person who's winning is the judges and the DAs and the people in the criminal justice system. It's some wardens well compensated. It depends on his education and how long he been working for the system. Some wardens make six figures. Also they need to increase the salaries of teachers where more college grads will find teaching as an attractive career choice. Sometimes the chicken shit money teachers make, and you fresh out of college and you graduated with honors, you say, I'll be damned, I'm gonna go in that field. Shit, no. We need better teachers. We need better trained teachers. Because no matter how you cut it and dice it, a lot of parents think the teachers should raise their damn kids. They should be did at home. But they expect the teacher to be the mother, a parent also. So we need teachers to salaries increase. If you can spend that much money on a fucking war excursion in Afghanistan, surely you can spend it on the American people. You got a single mother with 3 kids telling her about you spending all this money on a damn space station. That woman can't, and her kids can't eat no damn space station. That don't mean jack shit to her. She not interested in no space station. She worrying about how she gonna pay a $400 electric bill, if it's that high. America need to take care of its own people. We even though this is a capitalist country, we operate on socialist principles. Other countries don't have no safety net like Americans got. If you receiving government assistance, you ain't gonna be rich, but it'll provide a roof over your head and you won't starve to death. If you use that food stamp card like it's supposed to be used, you will not starve to death. You can't live off fast food. You gotta cook some fucking meals, and you'll be able to exist in America. All you will do is exist. You won't be homeless. We need to allocate resources to where it make the population better. All the ones who want to be on the street and use drugs, leave them fuckers out there. Do not enable them. Don't give them shit. Majority of them all got an EBT card. They sell that card. I was just at Super Saver over in Oak Cliff on Ledbetter. Man, about 5 or 6 guys out there and one chick selling their EBT card. So these people are not hungry, contrary to what you believe. The homeless people are not hungry. In Dallas, there's so many places to eat. And I finally figured out why they hang over here in East Dallas. People over here got fucking money. Panhandling is easy. At the 7-Eleven on Peak and Ross, there's a young black guy always standing there. Now, he got on Jordan slides. He got a smartphone. This guy make over $200 real quick like. He hit up everybody. He real respectful. Have a nice day, sir. All the people give that man money, and they ain't giving him no change. He getting dollars, $5, $10, $20 from this guy. Because people over here got money. The rent is... I live in about the cheapest spot over here if you want to live in a high-rise. This is about the cheapest one over here. The new one they just built, they ain't building shit over here for no poor people. They got 4 high-rises that they just built within 2 blocks of where I live at. One of them, the academic, the rent started $1,708. $1,708 for a studio. Your income got to be 3 times what the rent is. That means after taxes. So people are already moving in while they building it. Construction crew is still there working on it, and you got people moving in. The Peak at Ross Complex, it's up and running. I went online and checked. They had 14 vacancies in that big ass complex. Their rent started $1,400 for a studio. One bedroom, $1,650. And all these, so somebody in Dallas got a lot of fucking money. All the rent over here is high. You go to Oak Cliff, you can get your $800-900 a month apartment. Over here, like I say, I live in the second cheapest. It's a couple streets over. They'll start at $900 for one bedroom. Where I live at, start at $1,200. They just went up on my rent by $135. They charge you, if it's two live there, the rent gonna be higher. If you live there by yourself, the rent will be slightly lower. But there's nothing being did for poor people. I don't see no damn housing around here for poor people. They ain't building shit. And 75% of the Americans are average, not no high income people. They can't afford to live in none of these units. But it is somebody in Dallas who's making enough money in order to afford the rent. They wouldn't be building all this shit if there wasn't nobody gonna live in it. And there's no Section 8 live there. They don't have no Section 8. My buddy, I just received a text. Him and her pretty sister, they headed this way. We're gonna go out to the Galleria and probably go to a restaurant and eat. Yeah, when we go out and about, we only go to places where they have an outside patio. If you don't have an outside patio, we're not going there. I'm not going to be boxed in with all these fucking people in this COVID-19 epidemic. Y'all keep your shanks ready. They got all their checks now. Because the third fall on a Sunday. So that means everybody got their check Friday. They got their money. And I went through South Dallas and looked. The streets is empty. Very few crackheads was out and about, but it was some out and about. It wasn't packed like it normally be. Y'all stay ready to ride on these clowns. And the people down in Louisiana in the path of Hurricane Ida, man, I hope the water recedes and y'all get your electricity and stuff on where y'all can get back to living a normal life. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Patreon. And I thank you for watching.